Live. How's that one?
That was good.
That was good?
Yeah,
Okay, we're getting
acceptable.
there. We're close.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's Chris Denman alongside Travis Terrell joining us in studio today on the show. The great Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital. He comes in once a week to play dogs on film. That'll be in the second half of the show. This half, we will hang out with the great Chris Gardner, who's here. Good morning, Gardner. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
What's up with your skin?
Hold on. I'm not done talking.
Get him, Gardner. Get him, Gardner.
Good morning, walnuts.
Woo!
I can't do that. I can't.
Try it.
Yeah,
Try
it
it. Come
hurts.
on.
No, it
Put your fingers together. You can do it. Cross the middle fingers over each other on top of it. Spread your fingers on the outside. Close your thumb inside your palm and throw up the dub, bro.
No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to
Okay.
end up accidentally doing a Nazi salute or something and get in trouble.
How do you guys just end up accidentally saying the N-word and doing Nazi salutes? How do you accidentally do these
I've
things?
never accidentally said the N-word.
You've said it with purpose?
No. I think the only time I've ever used it in my life is when I first heard it and asked my mom what it was.
Really? Was it something you had heard at school?
Yeah, because growing up, my best friend Anthony grew up in O'Fallon. There were 10,000 people.
He
was
said
a
it,
little
I
rural
didn't.
then.
Okay.
And Anthony came from a mixed family. So I had learned about what the N-word was early on.
Oh, my.
It's not pleasant.
Oh, my.
Which is why I just have a disdain for it, even at a young age.
Nice.
And I don't even like you saying it.
Oh, okay. He's made his
How
point
about-
very clear.
And I also can't do the damn W thing. So now I'm pissed off.
Just do the 3 then. Just do 3.
Like that?
Yeah, walnuts.
If people want to text us, 314-669-1431, or leave us a comment in the Facebook live stream. If you are streaming live, thank you. Give us a like and a share, dummies. Get this into your feeds. Let's grow this bad boy.
I want to answer your question too, Chris.
What's my question?
We're going to ask me about what's wrong with my skin.
Yeah, what's going on? You look like you've started drinking again, and rosacea has taken over your body.
Good
The
point.
camera over here
Hey, now.
color corrects. And my jersey is causing some issues today. I got my Vladimir
Look at
Guerrero
him. Hey, good craftsman never blames his tools. He's
Vintage.
blaming the tools.
exposed jersey on. I'm not blaming the
The
tools.
correct answer is I'm a low-level video man.
I'm blaming myself because I don't know how to fix it. So I was getting there.
The guy comes in.
I'm explaining you what the issue is, and I'm also explaining to you I don't know how to fix the issue necessarily. Now, here's one thing you can do. I think like if I dip down, it changes.
Yeah, that's good. You look somewhat normal. Now you only
Now
look
if I
like a
dip back
now
down.
There it is.
Go back down. Go back down. Dude who's been drinking on a patio most of the day, listening to some Buffett. Okay.
Okay.
30-year alcoholic, doesn't talk to his kids.
That is the color difference.
It's like what could have been.
yeah, it
yeah.
really is.
What
Chris,
could still be.
but the camera is really starting to pick up Chris now. It finally has your color correctly. Look at you. Look at that dazzling young man, all white and tall and... Oh, never mind.
A little closer view, he's a little worse for wear.
Damn you, HD.
Wait, one more time. Let's get the angles. Is this a good?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. How are we looking?
You look like a handsome devil.
Man, there's some. That's actually worse when your friend doesn't roast you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a real thing. He's like, boy, I know you're sleeping better these days, but you look tired always. Lots to get to today, like fair or foul. We've even got a melee. Do you want to hear the melee, Gardner?
Yeah, I know you were putting
Yeah.
something together.
At
over
We
there.
Are Live Radio on Twitter's where we do that. We put a poll out during the show at times. Today, it actually ties in with fair or foul as well. Travis, you ready for this?
What do we have?
Your favorite douchey jeans fashion statement for the melee at We Are Live Radio on Twitter. Travis will not be retweeting it.
Theme fashion statements with jeans.
So we went with jeans and flip-flops.
Okay.
Personal favorite of mine in the summer of Bro 6, as it was known. Jeans and a blazer.
That is still pretty much a go-to from 2006 to
St. Louis
present.
business casual.
Yes, it is.
You can wear that in the boardroom or the party room.
An absolutely terrible mistake for white males everywhere, but I understand why.
I'm
you
wearing a
guys choose
t-shirt, jeans, and then if I throw this on, I'm now acceptable to walk into any office in the greater St. Louis area.
that. That's basically true.
Man, if you put a hoodie
Period.
on underneath that
Oh,
too,
shoot.
Well, then now I look like an advertising creative vice president.
Yes.
So there is that. But then I would have to sub out my boots with New Balances or some kind of tennis shoes.
That's a good point.
Kind of
That's what I
funky.
have on.
Maybe Jordans
Jordans would be the play
Right.
in St. Louis.
to really win over. And there wouldn't be a black man.
It wouldn't even be a black person in the room. You
There'd
would
be
win
like-
over the
they'd be-
room.
What if
he
you're
must
wearing-
be good with the
mid-
urbans because
Yeah.
he has on the urban sneaker.
And they would be like, oh, dope, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you need to say dope to me? I'm
What-
34.
What if you're wearing New Balances, but they're the Kawhi Leonard New
Oh,
Balances?
no, then
Good
that's,
question.
That's a game
Good
changer.
question.
That means you a white man with an agenda. You're a white man probably with a couple black girlfriends. Yeah, so you wearing those, that means you about that life.
Okay. Good
What if
to
I
know.
have on the Shacks that they sold at Walmart in the
I
90s?
would then say you're trying too hard and you're probably having a middle-age crisis.
How bad? That's one of my regrets as a child. Wasn't a bully ever. I definitely, if you could see that kids had, not if you knew someone was not doing so well, but for sure, me and my buddies were like, if we knew somebody was wearing the Shacks from Walmart, not the whatever air flights we got at the stupid Shoe Plus store or whatever, for sure roasted them. Like, "Pfft, you got those may be Shacks. Those aren't real Shacks. That's a regret I have.
Bullies.
I'm guessing that happened at your school as well.
No comment. I don't want to talk about it, Chris.
Which one? Parkway North or Hazelwood
Yeah,
East?
right. Which
Please.
depends on who he's talking to.
Yeah.
Memories. Memories.
So vote on that if you do the Twitter at We Are Live
Well, that's
Radio.
the only two options?
Jeans and flip flops, jeans and a blazer, designer ripped jeans.
Okay.
I think that's important to note because my day laborer friends, I'm okay with you ripping your jeans for need. But as my grandmother said, I'm sure, as I came home one summer from college with ripped jeans that were probably over $100 dollars.
Yeah.
Did you earn those rips?
Did you earn those rips?
You poser.
Well then why are
Did
you wearing them?
earn those rips?
You cold in those?
God, I love your grandmother. She keeps it 100 all the time. Did you earn those rips? What does that even mean?
Oh,
Put that
hi,
on
Grandma.
a shirt.
Yep.
Did you earn those rips?
Saw a lot of that. Saw a lot of those.
That's real good.
That is a,
This is a businesswoman, by the way.
she is. And she is witty as can be. I love her so damn much.
And,
Did
and
you
this was
earn
probably
those rips?
This is probably
that's
hadn't
great.
seen her in a month, and before we got hugs or I love yous. You earn those rips?
Grandmas get to a point in their life where they're just like, I am free to say whatever is on my damn mind.
Yeah.
Whenever
My grandma's
I
there.
want. And I think that's where we strive to get to. Grandmas, I don't know what the specific age is.
Grandma Evans is 88. She turned 88 on Sunday, and she is most certainly there and has been there for a while.
I'm about to say I've heard some commentary from Grandma Evans, and
Yeah.
I'm almost certain she has been there
It's
for
not even
quite some time.
commentary. It's stares she gives now, too. That actually make my girlfriend laugh when she just stares me down. For Christ's sake, Christopher.
What was the final option, by the way, in that melee?
Final option on the melee: skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans is your
They've
final option.
infiltrated black culture.
They have.
They've long since. It's always my.
Skinny jeans are to blame for the war on loose fit jeans.
I concur.
What
But you
about
knew there had to be a
pregnancy pants-
backlash.
What about pregnancy pants for men?
That we're not now. That's Chris Gardner ahead of his time.
They're not called that. They're just elastic waistband khakis.
He's so quick to correct.
They're not
Which
maternity
a
pants.
woman in a gestation period
Would
would
they be
lean
paternity
toward.
paternity pants?
Paternity pants, yes.
I like
Yeah,
your
I
Stop
have
talking about
something
this.
here.
Copyright this. We're going back to the Bijack.
Copyright, we are live.
Yep, there it is.
We
There
called
is.
it.
It's done. It's like
Dibs.
declaring bankruptcy.
That's how
You knew
copyrights work.
You knew the pendulum was going to swing because in the early to mid '90s,
Are
even
you a
parts of the late-
pendulum or a pendulum?
I'm a pendulum. I'm a pendulum guy.
Pendulum?
It's not pendulum.
Pendulum.
It's pendulum. There's a j sound in the middle of pendulum. I'm almost certain in the pronunciation. I have no source to confirm any of this, but I believe I am right. But the fact is that in the late 90s, we had a ton of baggy jeans, all into the early 2000s, frankly. And you would see it, actually, if you go back to old red carpet photos of like the MTV Music Awards, you're going to see it.
Pendulum.
There we go. See, baby girl, I had it right. Thank you, baby girl. It's been a while since I've heard your voice. How
Pendulum.
are you? How you doing with your fine ass?
Kind of sultry for a.
She is. That what she's
Automated
single?
voice.
What you talking about with your fine ass, baby girl? How you doing?
Idiot.
Wait, now you ain't gotta be like that. Looking all fine, looking all sexy with your robot voice. What you got on? No? Hello? Computer lady?
Hello.
Idiot.
Oh, okay. Well, she had time for that.
It's kind of rude. So skinny jeans, the final one on the melee. So you are, Gardner, you're behind this. Of the 4, which have you participated in, Gardner?
I'm going to say all 4 at some point.
Ripped jeans?
Okay. On purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They were like $120.
Do those people that pulled that off deserve an award? I think so.
Man, you can always count
Jeans
on
and flip-flops?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What were the other options? Skinny jeans, no. Skinny
Blazer,
jeans, no.
blazer and jeans. You've
I
got.
think I accidentally bought a pair of skinny jeans once.
Did you try them on when you got home?
I did.
And how did that go? Did you call the ambulance?
It did not feel good on the
The old.
on the inner thigh
Okay.
or
We kind of get the
just
picture.
those regions.
You just
That
gotta
region.
keep going. Okay.
Not comfortable.
Not comfortable around the sacks.
Nope.
Now I know.
And there was one other too, right?
You had the blazer and.
Blazer.
Blazer. Blazer, I still pull off.
That's a
I do that
that's a
constantly.
staple.
I think I'm literally staring at a photo of you in a blazer and jeans right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Like what you see there, and this will tie into fair or foul. I could end up wearing what's on the wall, which is me in jeans, a Brooks Brothers shirt, and the Carte Blanche blazer. I could wear that to a wedding.
Okay.
I would wear that to a wedding.
Which brings us to our fair or foul topic for today.
Nice, man, y'all so damn good. It's like I've been on radio for like multiple years.
Wearing jeans to a wedding. This is inspired by my outfit today, which is quite a handsome outfit. At one point,
I think that's fine.
I had been to
What?
I want to say 8 weddings in a summer, and it was one of the whatever it was. I'd been to a bunch of weddings in my hometown, and I lived in Kansas City at the time. I was driving back for all these weddings, and I go to my girlfriend at the time, and I say, you know what? I'm making a point. I'm tired of outdressing half these people.
What?
Outdressing half these people's families. I want to be comfortable. I like these jeans are expensive. They're more expensive than most of the JCPenney khakis that are going to be there. So I am wearing jeans, a blazer, and a button-down shirt. And she's like, your funeral, whatever. And I'm like, you'll see. I got it figured out. Definitely get there, and it's basically my hometown's version of The Great Gatsby. Everybody dressed to the nines, bow ties, amazing,
Ignorant.
all this stuff. And it's one of my more funny, conscious friends. And first thing, he's the first one, and he sees me, he goes, jeans at my wedding, huh?
He's correct. Your friend is correct. You're absolutely right.
And I spent the rest of the wedding, just
Probably staying at your table, didn't dance, didn't get up a lot.
I'll just sit down if you want to shake hands. Yeah.
How the hell? Yeah.
Didn't help,
The lady was correct on that assessment.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I kick your dumb ass out my wedding if you show up in some jeans.
Well, I would
don't
show
care if
up
you-
in jeans.
Well, you always
At
gonna
this
be in-
point in my
you gonna be in a
life,
Jordan in the parking lot.
I
Gardner.
like my shirt to be untucked all the time.
That's fine. You can have a shirt untucked. That's cool.
I'm
But
not
you ain't
doing
gonna
that
show up
with
to
my
my
khakis.
You ain't
or-
gonna show up
it's
to
not-
my damn wedding like it's a construction site. Put some damn slacks on. Ain't gonna hurt nobody for you to put no slacks on. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all act like it's so difficult to put on some slacks and a button-up shirt with a nice belt and some nice shoes.
I'll be damned if
I
you're
had
going
on
to tell
great
me how to
shoes and a
dress.
belt.
I am. I'm sick and tired of this. People put doggone hard-earned money into a wedding, and you gonna show up in some booty-ass $27 jeans.
Well, then spend less money on your wedding.
It's love.
There it is.
Love costs a thing.
Oh,
J-Lo lied.
okay.
We'll sit up here and show up in jeans like it's a.
Go to the courthouse, get married, then throw a reception.
Man, I
Spend
don't
your
even go
money
to
on
court
that.
in jeans. What I look like going to court in jeans, man?
I can go to court in jeans.
Yeah,
I
you
have
can go to
before.
court anytime you want. You show up to court just to see what's going on. You volunteer to go to court.
I've been there involuntarily before.
Oh my God! Don't wear jeans to wedding, folks. Don't do that. I don't care if it's a backwoods Austin, Texas wedding. Do not wear jeans to people's weddings. Y'all
I
just
went
lost
to
our
a-
damn white mind.
I went to a wedding that was in a barn, and 2 people were wearing overalls.
Can I ask what part of Missouri?
It was south.
Of course it was.
I'm trying to remember
How-
exactly where.
How far south? Like maybe almost an hour south?
I don't remember the name of the town.
Would the town happen to have the word farm in it?
Actually, it's probably not far from Farmington. It wasn't Farmington though.
I ain't surprised. I ain't
it-
surprised. And did you
Is it
did
like
your
Perryville or something like that?
There's a
maybe?
Perryville, Missouri.
did your mother know that you went to this wedding in jeans?
She probably didn't approve of it beforehand.
I'm
She would have
almost saying
advised
she didn't.
against it.
I know
Yeah.
JPD ain't about that life. I
So we're
apologize.
saying, even in the worst of times, the ill-fitting, box-cut dress pants that you just got on, and probably a little too short for you, better than designer jeans with a blazer at a wedding?
As long as Walmart exists, there is no reason for you to show up at my wedding in jeans. You can go get a
The jeans are nicer than
inexpensive-
the pants you're going to get at Walmart. It doesn't matter.
Don't wear jeans.
You're
to a
literally being material here.
wedding. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that material does not need to be something that you would wear when you're basically laying concrete. You're going to a wedding, man. It's
But you
formal.
have different types of jeans. You can have work jeans and more of a formal jean.
There's a I'll wear these jeans to a nice club, but there is not a jean outfit
Can you wear
appropriate
your
for a
club
wedding.
jeans to?
No, don't wear club jeans to my wedding, man.
Do you starch your jeans?
I'll get them nicely pressed. Now in the early '90s, I
pressing
would
your
get
jeans?
those starched, but I know there
If
are
I ever
nice.
get married, I don't know what you're going to do at my reception then.
I would probably
because
be an
you are
usher.
going to see jeans, you're going to see flannel shirts, and you are going to see NASCAR hats.
If you want to
Really?
do that at your wedding, I say go forward.
I don't care.
But I don't know a woman on earth that would be okay with me inviting friends or family to have jeans on. She would object, and I would have to agree with her. I love jeans as much as anybody. Have a nice pair on today, but I ain't walking up in y'all wedding in no jeans.
I want you to get married just so you can throw me out of your wedding.
Gardner, I'm not even gonna let you into the wedding. That's what I'm telling you. You're gonna
Yeah,
be in
like
the
I
parking
won't
lot.
find a way in.
Well, you will probably find a way in. It's a very strong likelihood that you will
Come on
find a way in. But Gardner, I don't want to have to send to-go plates to you in the parking lot.
Oh no,
Please
you
just wear
won't.
some
I'll make a
slacks.
scene.
Gardner, don't make a scene in my pretend wedding
Cops
that
will
has
come.
not happened.
I'll call the cops.
You gonna call the cops at my own damn wedding, Gardner?
Who's going to win that one?
That is the whitest thing that has ever whited.
Yeah, I know.
Travis, the white friends that you have invited have decided to call the cops because they are wearing jeans.
I'm going to get a cute nickname from Black Twitter, something like Randy Reception or something like that. And
Get a cute black name from Black Twitter.
You know who doesn't need a cute nickname?
Who's
Or
that?
wait, we could come up with one. He grew up in South City.
Okay.
He sells homes for Circa Properties.
Okay.
He was a big supporter of our events over the Mardi Gras time period. Happy Ash Wednesday, everybody,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you,
Fat
Chris.
Tuesday yesterday ended that. How were you people partying last night after Mardi Gras
I
this
have no
weekend?
idea, but you people are crazy.
I got sick thinking about it. Tom Bannister is who we need to come up with a nickname for. That's
Too
right.
tall, Tom.
He is tall. Played some prep basketball.
Top tier, Tom.
Top tier Tom.
Top tier Tom because
Top
he has
tier
you
Tom
top tier
Bannister.
offers. Look at me kill this live read. Killing it. Killing it.
Top tier Tom Bannister. That's right. Work with Tom because he's top tier. You can contact Tom, tom.bannister at circastl.com. Text him 314-393-5386. It's about to be home buying season. Maybe you're looking to sell your home. You need to talk to Tom Bannister from Circa Properties. He strives to make the process of selling your home as easy as possible, and he has a full team supporting him in the background. He prides himself on the ability to listen and deliver what his clients need and make sure they're having fun along the way. That's top tier Tom Bannister at Circa Properties.
Nice. See how that just rolls off the tongue?
It
Top
does.
tier Tom.
Friend him on Facebook. Get weird. Let's make it. Let's make it serious.
Nothing like getting weird with your realtor.
Hey, he will do it, everybody. So we've got the fair or foul out. Your
Right.
topic, wearing jeans to a wedding. Email us, WAL@weareliveradio.com. Your prize, $10 to Southtown Pub, which pairs well with Free Comedy Thursdays. Every Thursday, tomorrow night, we've got free comedy announcing the comics today. Keep an eye out for that. But come join us. Always have a great mix of comics at Southtown Pub. And if you win fair or foul today, you'll have you already be in the black. And you love being in the black, don't you, Travis?
Yeah.
So email those in, wall@weareliveradio.com. Travis, there's a cable television show that's making its way back into our hearts, minds, and souls.
Yesterday was a profound moment in human history where the trailer for the final season of Game of Thrones was released upon the internet. And let's just say, winter has arrived. Game of Thrones is back, Chris. We'll be back at least in about a month. HBO released the first full trailer of the upcoming final season, one of the most anticipated final seasons of any show in television history. And the trailer did not disappoint. It had a little bit of, ooh, like, oh, shoot, and, oh, damn, the dragon's back. Those were the general reactions to the trailer. But all in all, everyone has their conspiracy theories. Everyone has their thoughts on how this is going to end. And the trailer raises all of those questions. Mr. Demon, have you checked it out? Have you seen it?
I started to, so I do this awesome thing for your mental health where you work all day and then you go home and work more.
And then you
Which
basically,
all of us here know about, right? Check out midcoast.media to see what all of us do here all day, every day. The trailer got pulled up on my phone, and I
What'd
was
you say?
I
You're
was
like, nah.
cooking, and I go, this deserves a laptop
That's
viewing,
right.
even
That's right.
even a smart TV viewing. That's what I was thinking. So I did not watch it. I saw all the OMGs, fire emoji, bah.
I feel like you're being a little bit patronizing there.
People were excited about it. So I'm excited about it also. I'm also just like, this is just going to gut all of us, isn't it? It's just, there's no way this ends poorly. There's no way this ends super happy. There might
no,
be
there's
some
not
kind of,
gonna be a happy
I think
ending.
it's going to be crushing. It's going to be amazing. So I don't know. Do we have a trailer? That's asking a lot of a video stream guy.
Yeah, if you give me 1 second here.
In the meantime, as Gardner attempts to pull that up,
Are there Vegas odds on who gets the throne?
That's a funny thing that you brought up. I was actually going to
I'm
say
a funny
that
guy.
the Vegas odds are now allowing you to gamble on how do you think the show is going to end, or who do you think is going to end up on the Iron Throne, which makes a ton of sense considering how many people watch this show internationally. So it makes a ton of sense that they would attempt to try to make some money off of it via gambling. I think we do have the clip. We'll add a little commentary, a little.
Can we hear it?
I don't. Yeah, we can absolutely.
Oh
hear
my
it,
God!
friend.
Are you okay, Gardner?
I don't know if Gardner loves Scorsese like on that bad boy. Let's see what we got. Here's the new Game of Thrones trailer. Ooh, that's baby girl Arya. Arya Stark, probably the most popular Stark, and she's running. Who's she running from, Chris?
I know death.
Death. Played by Norm Macdonald.
He's got many faces.
A lot of dark shadows.
I look forward to seeing this one.
On April 14th. Oh dear God. Oh, there are ships.
Hang on. Is that
Everything you did brought you where you are
that
now,
guy that's addicted to basically codeine?
Yes.
where you belong.
So now that's Westeros, and there's the mountain.
Oh,
It looks like the soldiers are arriving in Winterfell. Here comes the new king and queen with dragons. There's Sansa Stark looking on like, oh dear God,
It's
dragons
on.
have come to Winterfell.
Does the cold not hurt the dragon?
Apparently not. Now we see steel and we see weapons being made. We see Jorah, who of
Hang
course
on.
is still in love with Khaleesi. We see, oh my. And there she is, Cersei. Look at her. Not a word. Woo! Got little dragons
Flying through.
flying through Winterfell.
I promise to fight for the living.
Yeah, we fighting for the living. There's the tree.
I intend to keep that promise.
God dang.
There are people running. There are dragons with bones. There's Sansa with her fine ass. There's Tyrion and the dragons. Okay, now there's an army in the shadows. And
Are
what are
they
they
alive or
looking at?
dead?
Who could they be looking at, Chris? Dear God. They're here. Oh, my. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
This is going to be
Oh.
brutal.
Oh, man. Chris is correct.
So I don't know what any of that meant.
Basically, I'm not going to ruin the show by giving you.
Those White Walker legs at the end? What
They were the
those?
horses
Dead horse.
of the White Walkers. The horse too is also a walker. It does not die.
That's interesting.
Yes,
Well, it's died and now
it's
been
died and now it's been
reanimated.
So how do you
resurrected.
kill it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the show, man.
yeah.
That's the show, man. That's the
just
show.
like just
They've
like
been
they,
doing 7 seasons of that?
Yeah, man.
It's been a slow build to that. But
This
if
is-
you ever saw the documentary arachnophobia.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
Killing them with fire is a good thing to do.
That's a good way to go about it. You know what's weird for me is the phenomenon that trailers have taken on.
Agreed.
It's annoying, actually, because really it's kind of everything. It
used to be, the trailer's out. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that looks pretty good. And now it's like people anticipate the
Yes.
trailer as much as they do the show.
Yes.
When did that start happening?
I would have to say I'm not. That's a good
Because
question.
I even see like
No, that's a
ratings
very good
now.
question.
I don't know if it's not ratings, but it's just they're talking about views. Like this trailer's had more views than
Right.
any trailer within the first 24 hours now. And I'm like,
That's weird.
I didn't know when they start. I'm like, when did that start
It
happening?
had to happen
when
about
somebody could make a buck off it.
Well, I think it may have happened about halfway through the growth of YouTube. I think YouTube,
Okay.
where studios were like, well, why pay X amount of dollars of putting that on television where we can just release it on YouTube and still get the type of eyes that we want to promote
Gotcha.
the content. So I want to say it was around basically when YouTube truly was at its peak, where I think a lot of studios and networks realized, oh, I don't have to spend $3 million for a live spot during the NBA playoffs. I can just release that through YouTube, and people would go and clamor and go and find it. I think that HBO didn't have to release a trailer, and they would have been just fine. But the brilliance of their marketing is that I want you to spend the next 30 days talking about this show nonstop. So I think their timing of releasing this trailer was incredibly intelligent, because now everyone for the next 4 weeks is just going to be talking about who, what, where, when, how. How is this going to end? And it's brilliant. I tell you what, I cannot recall a show. Maybe Seinfeld at its peak when it was coming towards an end, but I cannot recall a show that truly galvanized an entire globe of people to tune in to live television. Man, that's impressive to say in 2019, where you can get people to say, there are people going to show up on April 14th. Normally when there are series premieres or, season openers, I'll get to it later in the week. I'll DVR, I'll get to it. HBO has finally had a show where people are going to be like, I'm going to sit down and watch it when it actually happens.
A
That says lot.
destination.
Yes.
Especially in a time with Netflix and
Yes.
Hulu and even like streaming television, in terms of not those, but like a Sling or something
Right.
like that. They've created a destination.
Yes.
A
And-
time, a day.
And especially in premium cable. So
Yeah.
now people are going to spend maybe the extra $40 to $50 a month to keep HBO just so they can watch Game of Thrones live. Like, that's a phenomenon in this economy in 2019 with all the available outlets to watch TV that has impressed me the most, that people are willing to spend the money and watch something live. That shows to me that you have great content.
Is HBO the channel, and you guys might not know the answer to this, that has, I think John Goodman's involved with a new show. Something about jewelers, but it's like about preachers, televangelists or something.
Yes, it's going to be a comedy.
Yeah.
And I think Adam
saw a
Devine
little
and a
something
couple of
for
others.
that.
I think
And
And
that-
our friends had a whole-on pilot for that like 3 years ago.
Really?
That's depressing. God.
but it looks like it's. Yeah, you got Danny
It
McBride.
looks
I believe he's a.
really good
Yeah.
to me.
It's the people
I don't
that-
have HBO, but like I saw that one and I'm like I got the HBO trial or whatever
Right.
for a little while because I wanted to watch Barry, and I got like 3 episodes in,
Great
and I'm like,
show,
man,
by
this
the
is
way.
really good.
That's a really good show.
I let it go though; I haven't got it back.
I mean, same here.
So I need to find a way to continue watching that because I keep seeing people react to that one still too.
Right.
I'm more inclined probably to watch Barry than Game of Thrones or anything like that, or this new John Goodman show.
Right.
HBO characters welcome.
Correct, Chris.
What station?
HBO.
What says characters welcome? TBS.
I think so. But HBO, look, they have created phenomenons. You're talking about The Wire. You're talking about The Sopranos. They're literally creating a prequel movie to The Sopranos. Now turning Deadwood, a very successful Western on HBO, into a movie as well. And now you have Game of Thrones, their final season, and the spinoffs that will come in 2020 and 2021. I think that for television and even film, they have absolutely raised the bar in entertainment. Like, if you can look back even at the most recent Avengers movie, like, I don't know if Game of Thrones doesn't happen, I'm not sure the Avengers go where they went in this previous film. So they've kind of raised the creative bar throughout the industry, and I think that's also a great lasting legacy for the Game of Thrones.
You know, with Deadwood, I gotta tell you, Travis, I was invited to the set there.
Shut your face.
Yeah, I've been invited to the set of Deadwood by W. Earl Brown.
Is he like the #1 crystal man in the U.S.?
No, it's a character on the show.
Oh, okay.
He says seasucker a lot,
Okay.
not seersucker.
The letter
Seasucker.
C, like Chris.
He was
Sucker.
the brother, and there's something about Mary.
Okay.
Warren?
Yeah, he was Warren.
Do your best Warren impression.
I am not going to do that.
Put the camera on yourself
guys
and
keep
say, have you seen my
trying.
baseball?
You guys trying to get me? If you just want to let me go, you let me go. You don't have to like get me fired by outrage from social media.
If Travis cared as much about V or his job as he did Game of Thrones, imagine how much better his life would be.
That's a good
Cankles.
point. That's a good point.
It's very
Cankles.
introspective
That's
for a walnut.
He is slowly becoming my favorite life coach. Thank you, Cankles.
Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer did greet us all earlier, said, hey, what up, Wallmans?
Wallman's?
We're not doing that. Look. It took some
Who's your
convincing
favorite
to get to
who's your favorite
Walnuts.
fiery political morning show host? Jamie Wallman?
Let's see.
That'd be if he was part of our team.
Jeez.
Jamie, we've got you here at the studio. One rule, you've got great numbers. Your sponsorship seems amazing. You have a particular following. We do need you to start going by Jamie Wallman if you're going to record at the Midcoast studio.
Now, if I understand it correctly, you, Gardner, have not seen Game of Thrones.
No.
How about this?
I don't even
Do you
want to
agree with
ask
this?
why.
I don't need to go out and tell people that I haven't seen it.
No, that's
I
fair. That's
have
fine.
today just for our conversation.
I think you do
So
it
that-
to be combative. I think you have an agenda by not watching it. I think you like
don't.
telling people that you don't watch
I don't want to. I don't because I don't really have discussions on it.
it. You worship crystals. There could not be a better mystical
also
show for you
very
to
true.
watch.
I don't want to invest the time.
We're
basically,
literally
is what it
talking
is.
about children
too
being able
lazy
to
to
talk.
watch
Yes.
And that's understandable. And I get that there are people who are like, after the hype, they're just like, I'll
I'd rather
wait till
just
the
go
end.
home and
I was
watch
a hater for a little while.
Bob's Burgers.
And that's fair. And that's completely fine. I was the same way. I think I looked at it as a show where, look, it's a genre that I don't normally watch, characters I'm not familiar with, and then it had a book. So I also was like, oh, it's like the Harry Potter thing all over again. I was
I
like,
actually,
I don't want to go through that.
What
That
I
was
do
horrible.
kind of like is listening to people talk about it and trying to figure out what they're talking about with because it's a different language.
Right. It is.
So trying to piece it together in my mind with not knowing what they're really
Yes.
saying is kind of fun for me.
Now, because I get that, because there was the same way for me with Lost. I didn't get onto the Lost craze until
I never
people-
watched an episode of Lost either.
And they have their own language too. People would say things, and it's like the people in the woods. I'd be like, what? Okay, sure. So I get not jumping onto the hype and waiting till it's absolutely over to watch it. I know there are a few people who have said that, and I completely get that.
I've never seen The Wire.
See now we're running into trouble. Now we're like, I was gonna let you slide with the Game
I've
of
only
Thrones.
seen 2 episodes of The Sopranos.
Now you're really pushing it. Now you're just getting combative.
So, well, what are the
and
other
ignorant.
ones?
You've,
What are the other big
you've
ones?
watched
Breaking
gosh.
Bad?
Breaking Bad.
Haven't
please.
seen Breaking
My
Bad.
Oh,
God.
now you're just being a.
Saw 1 episode of Better Call Saul.
Have you seen anything of The Walking Dead?
No,
Not an episode.
not an episode.
Shut your face.
No, I have not.
How is a man now going on 6 years of sobriety?
Yeah,
How have you
I know
not-
you ain't doing puzzles every
I'm
night.
about to say you need to get on these shows. Like,
I don't like. I like being more active. It's more helpful.
what does your active consist of?
Sitting
Mr.
on a park bench and
Okay,
thinking.
that's
It's not
what
active.
That's what
I
I
know.
thought was going to be the
More,
active
my
part.
brain's more active.
Yeah, you should, boy.
Got to keep that brain occupied.
Man, you would. The thing is, the shows that you have named, just knowing you and the conversations we've had and things that you love to talk
I used
about.
to watch Psych all the time. Love Psych, especially on Ion Channel. They do like a marathon.
Is that
Oh,
what-
Jesus
Tony
Christ.
Shalhoub?
No, that was Monk.
That was Monk. Psych is with
Monk wasn't bad.
that one white guy that we should know his name, but
James
we don't.
Shalhoub.
And sure, and then Dule Hill,
Dule
of course,
Hill.
from the West Wing. Please
What's
tell me you've seen
Tony
the West-
Shalhoub to you?
Tony Shalhoub is. I think the black delegation takes credit for Tony Shalhoub.
Tony
He's
Shalhoub.
Libyan and grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Monk's a great show. I've seen some of that.
Monk is a very good
Pretty
show.
good show.
It's a
You
very
can always tell who's been on WTF lately because I
Yeah.
know way too much about him.
absolutely.
But he's always
I
Antonio
know.
from Wings to me.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
I am
always going to be that way.
And now he was great in season 2 of Ms. Maisel, which I saw first.
Tony Shalhoub.
And then he
Yes.
was also great in
So
season
he was-
1 that I
I want to
watched
say he, so he was
second.
great in the opening season.
He was great in
I just
Barbara
watched an
Streisand.
episode of Wings the other day.
Oh,
Who's
And
your favorite character?
It featured
You can't-
Antonio prominently because he bought a new pair of dress shoes that were too tight. And the weather was too tight, but he
Lot of
spent so
this.
much money on it. And he didn't want to get rid of them because he spent all this money and they were designer and fashionable. And like, he just by the end of it, he can barely walk.
You are a
It's
peculiar
funny.
man. This man
funny.
just ran down an episode of Wings from probably 20 years ago,
Oh, probably
but
more
hasn't
than
taken
that.
the time to watch one episode of Breaking Bad.
Correct.
It's literally a show about meth heads. That is right up your alley.
I have no experience with meth. I've only tried crack.
I love
Oh.
shows like that because now,
bad.
now we can point at some interesting looking folks and go, hey, you guys look like a group of extras from Breaking Bad. And everybody knows what you mean except for you. That bothers me.
That pleases me.
What about, have you watched?
We got a shout out to Abe Weissman in the Facebook comments.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh gosh, I can't, like, you just, so basically the best television shows in the last 25 years you haven't watched.
What's? I mean, Seinfeld was 25 years ago.
Okay. What about
Watch
the
that.
West Wing? You're a West Wing guy?
Oh, actually, I've been rewatching some of that.
Okay.
lately.
All right.
Hey,
cool.
quick shout out to a loyal listener, comedy attendee, and one of the better taste in music gentlemen that listens to our show, Billy Fat Pants. You know him?
Oh, I do know.
You do. Great guy. He's supported us for what feels like 74 years now.
Absolutely.
He's
Quarter
40
of a
years,
century.
40 years old today. We will ask you to move on to maybe, I don't know, adult contemporary stations morning show. You're hurting our demographics.
He's 40.
But,
he looks good for 40.
yeah,
and he's not
he-
black.
you
That's
know,
crazy.
He's there. Happy birthday to Billy Fat Pants. Huge fan of his. And you know what? He gets a special happy birthday. Go ahead.
He's a walnut.
Can I get camera 3 to wish
Yeah.
this young man a happy birthday? Happy birthday to Billy Fat Pants. Yeah.
We have a viewer. We'll just call her Ms. Weiss, and she's never seen Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and then she threw on an etc. at the end, which means her and Gardner could be friends.
Look, I get it, sort of. Not really. I'm lying. I don't get it. Watch Game of Thrones. Watch The Walking Dead.
Why can't I sit at home and
Watch
read a
The
book?
Wire. Like, because I think
Because you don't.
I got a new
You're
book.
not reading instead.
I
Thank
just
you,
got a
Chris.
new
You're
book.
not.
Thank you, Chris.
I
You
am.
just
What's-
did? Okay, so you're averaging one book every 8 months.
Thank
That's
you.
not okay.
That is not a strong
no.
average, Mr.
And
Hold
I
on, I'm
actually,
trying to-
worry about your high school education.
One book every 8 months.
You know it's true.
It's probably 2 books every
Okay.
8 months. So 1 book every 4 months.
See, that's the
Are
thing.
you just eating the rest of the time? What's going on?
What is happening?
I hang out at a local watering hole. I socialize.
You have friends that
You're
are
not
like
a socializer.
authors. You
certain
have
people.
You're
I
an
am.
observer.
you have close
Yeah,
friends
but
that
I
have written
have
books.
friends, and I talk to them, and then I make comments about the other people.
Okay. So we're getting a look into how this works.
See, that's the thing. That's why I'm trying to figure out, because
Do you think you're better than us?
I'm thinking that's
that
what
what
you're
it
trying
is?
to say.
I'm trying to think of a nice
I
way
think
to
you're
answer
trying
that
to say that
question.
you're thinking you're better than us.
So
but I don't understand.
From the control tower, it appears to be Mr. Gardner is
Yeah.
sitting on a very high horse.
Yeah, I see it
I don't
now.
know where it fits under
I
that
see
table.
why he's so orange, because he's been galloping around his
That's not-
studio
This is
on
what
a damn
happens
horse.
when you dabble in mega.
That's not rosacea, Travis. That's what happens to your face when your blood's blue.
You elitist. It's now starting to show.
He's like, I don't know. If I feel like cutting loose, I'll watch a little Antiques
Look at you. You
Roadshow.
spend so much time. Oh, I have a carte blanche. You know why we can't take that next step? Because you're not taking the time to actually watch these important television shows.
That's why?
That's why carte blanche isn't on a national level yet.
Yeah, that's a
You need to live tweet The Walking Dead.
I don't see how that
throw in a carte blanche
corresponds.
hashtag every now and then, and people will start to support you. But people can't support you if you haven't even watched the most important television shows of the last 25 years.
I just think there's more important things, Travis.
You know, you watch Ghost Hunters, Alien Invasion.
I don't watch Ghost Hunters. I watch Ghost Adventures
Okay. And then
and Ancient Aliens.
And Ancient Aliens.
Hey, they don't teach you that in school.
There's a reason they don't teach you
You gotta
that.
learn. You gotta learn on my own. It's like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. My friend Sean said they never taught me that in school. It's good to know why the South was so committed to slavery
because
they were vampires.
What a great way. You want to talk about whitewashing history. That's some white people shit right there. You know what? Nah, it wasn't a fight over slavery. Sprinkle in some vampires.
Talk about
What was the
talk
accent?
about
What
a
was the
lost
accent?
cause.
What was the accent you were going for there?
I
There was
was-
something. There was a
I was,
call.
I was
to
trying to
something.
get angry black man who just
But also,
is free,
like,
but
okay.
also is well educated and may have gone to Harvard.
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 You think you're
What's
kind of
happening
easy go
here?
tell us son? What the hell?
Yes, when you read more books, you have more.
You
of an
write for the
accent.
Atlantic?
I hate you all. I hate
And
the fact that you haven't seen Game
you
of
couldn't
Thrones.
even put a BuzzFeed clip show together, man. This is you're worrying me. You're truly worrying me.
That is correct, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Twitter was ablaze again yesterday. If it wasn't Game of Thrones, Chris, that Twitter was talking about, that the internets were talking about, it was another topic. And unfortunately, some of the interview is taking place as we actually speak, so we may have a little bit more commentary on it later in the week. But CBS Morning News got an exclusive sit-down interview with one R. Kelly. For those who have not been keeping
Yeah.
up with this in the news over the last month and a half, there was a documentary called Surviving R. Kelly that premiered on BET, and it basically exposed R. Kelly for having what looks like a human sex trafficking ring inside of a studio apartment
It's not
in
really
Chicago.
not really even a ring. It's just more of a corridor. That
It's a
just
corridor.
begins-
It's a compound.
It begins at a McDonald's in suburban Chicago, and
Yeah.
it ends at his place.
And these
allegedly.
And these women and their families came forward and they said that, hey, our children are basically being held against their will. R. Kelly's got security. He's got these homes where he's barely feeding these girls and he's basically just using them for sex. So this huge expose, big 2-part, 2-night series on BET, that of course spreads like wildfire on the internet. And then weeks later, videotape suddenly shows up at the DA's office in Chicago, allegedly of R. Kelly involved in sexual acts with a 14-year-old. St. Louis's own Michael Avenatti, representing some of these clients, came forward with the video, showed it to police. Police, weeks later, follow up with 10 charges of, I believe, sex with a minor, and a whole host of charges, basically totaling to up to 70 years in prison, potentially, for R. Kelly. So now, after he's basically been
Travis
charged...
still supports him because he's black.
I won't go that far. I'm not going that far at all. It's the complete opposite. In this case, R. Kelly charged, made bail. That turned into a story. And now he sat down with Gayle King, best friend of Oprah, on...
My favorite of the two.
There you go. Sure. Whatever. CBS News. And she...
How
oh
indie rock
boy,
would that be if I wore a Gale jersey to the Oprah tape?
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
And people are like, damn, man, he
Yeah.
gets it. He's really into
Woke
it.
AF on the front.
Gardner, I don't know what particular material you have from...
Would anybody wear a Stedman jersey?
It's kind of an icon, if we're being completely honest.
He's of all the kept men, right?
He's the greatest kept man in the history of kept men.
He's the keptest.
He's the keptitist.
Okay.
We have a little bit of, I believe, video audio of some excerpts from the Gayle King CBS Morning News interview with R. Kelly.
They are still talking about you with underage girls. Do you still sit here and say you have never been with underage girls? Can you really say that?
I sit here and say this. I had 2 cases back then that I said in the beginning of the interview that I would not talk about because of my ongoing case now.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Fair enough. But
Okay.
I will tell you this. People are going back to my past, okay? That's exactly what they're doing. They're going back to the past, and they're trying to add all of this stuff now to that, to make all of the stuff that's going on now feels real to people.
But the past is relevant with you with underage girls.
Absolutely no, it's not.
Why?
Because for one, I beat my case. When you beat something,
were
you
acquitted.
beat it.
You were acquitted.
We can't double jeopardy me like that. You can't. It's not fair. It's not fair to nobody. When you beat your case, you beat your case.
But I'm not talking about the one case in which you were acquitted. I'm talking about the other cases where women have come forward and said, R. Kelly had sex with me when I was under the age of 18. R. Kelly was abusive to me emotionally and physically and verbally.
Okay.
R. Kelly took me in a black room where unspeakable things happened. This is what they're saying about you.
Not true.
These aren't old rumors.
Not true. Whether they're old rumors, new rumors,
Why would they say
future
this
rumors,
about you?
Not true.
Kelly became much more emotional as Gail continued her questioning. Here's more of that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would
never
it be
held
for R.
anybody.
Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were
That's
holding.
stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
R. Kelly sitting down with Gayle King this morning. Again, we'll have maybe a few more clips for you guys tomorrow from the full interview.
Before we get serious, can we just say that he has more rhythm in his defensive screaming than I've ever had singing, even in the car, anything.
That
Period.
is a black church cadence. I've seen some preachers.
That was
I've
actually
seen some
disappointing
arguments.
in how much I was like, oh, wow, that was
I'm fighting for my life.
R. Kelly is guilty as shit.
oh, man.
There's no doubt about it. There's no
my.
question. Just judging by that, the way he reacted. Mind you, he still did not answer Gayle King's question. Mind you, his response, he went on to this detailed rant about hypotheticals. First off, when did it become the case where criminals have to be smart? He's saying that I would have to be a complete idiot to do. Who said criminals had to be smart to do a crime? R. Kelly, though, that's not mutually exclusive. And the fact that he thinks that double jeopardy is...
Well, I commend her also that...
that's Gayle King. She's been doing this for a long time.
She's handling that pretty well. She stayed
Gayle
composed,
King,
and she set a tone to where he's not going to get mad at her, and he got emotional.
You know why he
started
got
screaming.
mad? Because
He didn't that was his only way out.
Well, not only that, you're correct in that regard, but he was sitting across from a black woman, to your point, that was
She wasn't calling him a loser. She was just like, I don't know about this.
And she knew that reacting or matching his emotion at any point during his rant would
this
just
is why I'm
elevate.
a staunch Gayle fan.
But I think what she did there was incredibly intelligent, and it allowed R. Kelly to tell on himself, which he has consistently done. First off, who the hell approved that interview? That was not the smartest thing to do.
That's all they have left. Like
But-
that's why you're seeing that.
but-
If they had any sort of a credible defense
Right.
whatsoever, they're going to say, sit back, let us
Very
go
true.
after it.
And I thought he failed. If that was the objective, to go out and hope to change the narrative or public support, he failed miserably. R. Kelly looked like a buffoon. You look like an absolute guilty idiot. And for him to go out there and challenge the accusations against him by questioning the intelligence of whether or not someone would be smart enough to actually do this, considering their torrid past, is the weakest defense that a person can come up with. Someone said, it looked, a lot of women online said it looked like when they catch their boyfriend cheating and the last resort they have is getting upset, showing those type of emotions because they have no defense. R. Kelly has no defense for any of this. He can't explain why he has all those women in there inside of his house. He can't explain why they haven't had communications with their parents. And so he resorted to this theater It was embarrassing for himself.
I'm fighting for my life.
That was bad. We don't care that you're fighting for their life. We care about your supposed victims, and their stories are more credible than yours. If they are lying, R. Kelly, shut up, stop the tears, show some facts, show some evidence that these people are making it up. But what you did yesterday just illustrated that you are as guilty as anything. Like, that was bad. Even Trump wouldn't advise you doing that interview. That was some of the most asinine. That was hilarious. If it wasn't, you know what? I won't say it's hilarious because there are real victims involved. But it was.
You can say his performance.
His performance was
That was
hilarious.
quite something.
It was. It was a performance, and he's a performer, and that's what he did. He tapped into that emotion, hoping to gain sympathy, and I think it did the opposite. It was, but to that point, we try to add some levity to some of these situations. I will say that Twitter doesn't miss. When the excerpts from this interview hit the internet.
Is this the new Crying Jordan?
It is. It has to be. Memes were made in real time. That's the first time I've ever seen memes made in real time. It took a matter of 15 minutes from the excerpts being released to the internet. I just saw Carter's headline, I Believe I Can Cry. Outstanding. He's getting so good at this. But just the internet's reaction to it was absolute gold. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the interview because I would imagine if that's the excerpts they release, I can only imagine what the entire interview was about. Good God.
Nick Freed with some comments on the Facebook live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in on that. Looks like he's trapped in the closet of justice. And Nick Freed would also like a hip-hop beat under Travis for the speech that you were just giving. So we can see about that. And Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer admitting to all this. This is the interview and those skills. That's why Oprah keeps Gail around.
Oh, definitely. Gail's been a journalist for about as long as all of us have been alive. She's been doing this for a very long time.
How about Gail doing this interview and Oprah doing the After Neverland thing? So, like, the two big things that
And then
really had...
the other biggest Netflix documentary right now is Abducted in Plain Sight. Like, I can't watch this stuff. Like, it's crazy, but there's obviously an appetite for exposing these type of people.
The two big topics that Black Twitter has latched onto in recent weeks with the R. Kelly thing and the Michael Jackson thing now, both involve, now in some way, interview formats, Oprah and Gail.
Have you ever been interviewed or been in a relationship with a black woman?
No.
I have. And when you do something not right, you better believe no one's a better interrogator than a passionate
It would work on
black
me.
woman. It would absolutely work on you. They are meticulous. They are steady. As you saw Gail, very poised, very patient. They don't care about you flailing your arms. They don't care how loud your voice gets. They have a succinct point they're going to get to, and they're going to get to it. So you can cry. You can talk about how you're going to hurt yourself. You can bring your mama and your sisters and your brothers into it. Doesn't matter to a black woman. At the end of the day, they have questions and they want answers. They are going to get it.
I get scared. I would get scared.
Have you
Because
seen?
I believe I would try to think, I would be in my own head thinking they're going to try and take my words and flip them on me like, oh, how you doing? Oh, hello, how are you doing? Oh, why'd you say it that way? Is it because I'm a black woman interviewing you? I'm like, then where do I go from there? Where do I go, Travis?
It's what lawyers have said. You hear it in law school. Black women learn at a very young age. Do not ask questions you don't already know the answers to. So when they ask you a question, they already got the answer, Jack. They just waiting on seeing how you're going to respond.
There was an instance where was with a woman of color in her apartment. I was probably 18, and I was asked, I went in to use the restroom, number one. Went in and was asked, I guess she didn't hear or something. She was like, did you wash your hands after that? I was like, yeah. Why? She goes, what color was the soap?
Oh, wow.
That's good, man.
I was like, green. I was correct, and I wasn't. And she goes, okay. I'll never forget that. What color was the soap? And I was like, green? Question mark.
Oh, I would have been in trouble. I would have been. I'm colorblind.
If you watch the first 48, the most successful detectives are the black women detectives.
Well, they're also always judges and any position of power on TV ever.
I think that go over that one
because that's how real life is.
But I didn't lost my train of thought.
You know what? I love it. I love it. You know what won't throw a stick in your spoke? Gateway Powder Coating, gatewaypowdercoat.com for all of their capabilities. Visit them in person out in O'Fallon. But if you drop Mark a line, let him know We Are Live sent you. They protect your metal. It's about to be patio season. It's about to get warm this weekend, actually. Whenever you get your yard work done, you're going to notice maybe your grill, maybe your smoker, not looking so great. Gateway Powder Coating, fast, durable, affordable. They are here to help you with any of your metal needs. If you want a neon green smoker, they can make that happen. If you just want to touch up on something with a traditional color, they're going to make it happen. It'll last. Gateway Powder Coating, great sponsor here on We Are Live. Gardner needs a cigarette. Dr. Ed needs to get seated. He's from Hillside Animal Hospital. We're going to get him in here. We're going to play some Dogs on Film. We're going to have a blast. Get ready for Fair or Foul. $10 at Southtown Pub. Get your submissions in. We'll have a blast with that. Quick break. We are live from the Mid-Coast Studios in Grand Center in the Zach building. We'll be right back.